Does anybody here want to go to the beach? Anybody? Okay, so nobody wants to go to the beach. Nobody wants to go to the beach. Go to the beach.
So our travels continue around the San Blas Islands in Panama, where they are some of the most beautiful islands we had seen to date. We were going to miss this place, as it was soon time to head back to Linton Bay for some more boat work.
You like this island? There we go, we just did a tour of the island.
With Hurricane Irma boats tossed. Here we are at this marina.
Hi, my name's Colin. I used to be a chief engineer on super yachts, but gave it all up to buy a hurricane-damaged Lagoon 450. My friends and I are fixing it up as we go, and are determined to circumnavigate the entire planet. So subscribe if you want some inspiration to live life to the fullest. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did. So what are you waiting for?
Morning everyone. Back onto the windlass project. So we have no windlass at the moment, which is not ideal. And we've also got one engine working at the moment, which is also not ideal. Two problems are making this situation quite a big problem. We've already taken the motor off and it's not spinning correctly. And that's telling me it's probably the brushes. Luckily I have spare brushes. Got a lot of things working against us at the moment, but fingers crossed we can get this one fixed.
Holy fuck. Look at all of this carbon. These brushes, they're a little bit worn, but they're not crazy. I've seen a lot worse. But this here does not look good. I have to buy a new motor. What I'm gonna do just for now, temporarily, is just clean all of this up. And then I'll just put it back together with the old brushes. I don't think there's any point putting the new brushes on. I've just got to buy a new motor, and then I'll save my new brushes for spares for the new motor.
So all this is working, basically?
So those with the spring behind it,
yeah,
are rubbing on here, and it's sending electricity through that to here.
And make it spin.
And spinning and rubbing constantly. Hopefully this is enough just to get it going for a little while. There's no question about it, I have to buy a new motor. I just need this to work for the next month or so, and I'll swap it all out. Okay, so we've just connected up those three main cables. So let's see. Whoa! Okay, I'm going to call that motor temporarily fixed. Okay, now we're going to give it another test. We're going to dump 160 feet of chain out and pick it straight up again.
Hey, are you 100% sure about this? Because we don't want to lift it by air.
Look at that. Beauty. Now coming up. Alrighty, this morning we are going to go check out some caves. So we're still here at swimming pool. Plucky from Sailing into Freedom over there, he knows of a spot where apparently there's amazing caves and crevices and stuff. We might try to shoot a fish. And then he said there's lots of sharks out there as well, so let's go have a look. Let's roll.
Remember, everyone smile and pretend you're having fun. Okay? And you gotta look at me and Colin with a look of love and admiration, so people will think we're cool. We've got quite a turnout, people. All the fish are gonna be terrorized. going through a 20-meter cave.
What kind of fish is this?
Dog snapper.
Dog snapper.
That was super fun. Those caves were incredible. We didn't see the fish that we wanted to shoot, but Plucky went about 100 meters down the reef, and he saw a massive dog snapper, and he's just cleaning it on the boat now. So that's gonna be lunch. That was cool.
The caves are fucking pretty crazy. Like, to start with, I was a bit nervous because I don't like that. Like when you're down and it's pitch black, it's pretty dark. But
See the sharks everywhere?
yeah,
Everywhere I turned, there was a nurse shark sitting there. Scared the shit out of me every time.
but the cave was like 20 meters, so when you went down, you could see where you're going to come up. So that was. But if you couldn't see where you're going to come up, that would have been.
Visibility good.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Big fish, man.
But we owe it all to Tom. I saw this one flicking into a little hole. And look at that. Don't play with the dead, Plucky. It's bad karma. Jesus. I think I wrecked his fun.
It's a lot of sperm.
You talking to me or the fish?
Opa!
Who wants to eat the heart?
Still beating? No.
No, it's not. Anyone want to try it?
Just eat it raw.
You can eat.
Yeah. Can I have a bite?
Yeah, go, try it.
I'm gonna try it. I can say if I like it or not.
Wow, you're brave.
I mean, come on, it's not bad, is it?
Just try it. No, try it.
I thought they made him tough.
It's not bad.
Not tough enough.
Wait, guys.
Tastes like mussels or something.
Yeah, it's like chewy mussels, isn't it?
I put anything in my mouth once. I can't even taste it.
You guys excited? Some fish?
Hell yeah. I'm so excited. Yes. We swam for 3 hours.
I'm so excited because I'm not cooking.
Yes, or cleaning. So you guys gonna prepare it, and we gonna eat it. On your adventure. Bye, cameraman.
Take it easy.
Adios, muchachos.
See you guys later. Safe travels.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Alrighty, we are gonna move.
Is this your music, Jamie?
We're gonna go move to Bunnydup, meet up with a couple more friends, and then start thinking about heading back to Linton. So it's been a super fun time with Delos, but we gotta go. What was it like hanging out with Delos?
Oh, it's pretty cool, eh?
What was Delos like?
They were really good, really nice. It was really cool.
I give up. Ready to go? We're gonna go to Bunnydup. Okay, fire up. Still on one engine, which is really annoying. Guys, we have 2 boats going the same direction. You know what that means? It's a race. Bring it on! We've got 22 knots of wind out here, so we're gonna put one reef in and hoist the sails. Yeah, baby. Love it. That's what it's all about. 21 knots of wind out here. Got about 8.5, 9 knots. Got a head start in front of Ilya. He's the Utrecht 51, so obviously a far superior sailing vessel in terms of speed, not comfort. This is epic. We're doing about 9.5 knots, but the Utrecht is coming up on our starboard side. As soon as he comes up, he's going to be giving us dirty air or blanketing the wind. So I'm trying to creep up a little bit, he'll be forced to go onto our port side, and then we'll be blocking his wind for a little bit, and then he'll no doubt overtake us. But we've been racing for like half an hour and he hasn't really caught up yet. This is all just to confirm that Parlay is so much faster than she used to be. We're flying. That's an Ultraman 51. That is a fast boat. He's got his port side dagger board down. And he is cruising. So looks like he's doing about a knot quicker than us. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I'll try and cut him off a little bit. That was a bit too close for comfort. Yeah, baby. There they go. They take the win. Fair and square. So we made it to Bunnydoop to see our friend Chris. Became really good friends with us in Linton. He was alongside us in the shipyard. What up, dog?
What's going on, brother? What's up, Jamie?
We've got a ton of rum.
Obviously.
So in YouTube world, you guys have already watched this episode, but in real life, this episode hasn't come out yet. So the episode I'm talking about is the Splash episode, and so we're going to do a little crew viewing. I'm going to watch it on our little projector here, but almost all of the crew haven't seen it themselves, and it's quite a cool moment because a lot of the crew are in this episode for the first time. What we have to do before we go in the water.
Working in this spot here. Look how worn down it is. All the fucking ground is all beat up. And just... Going in, man. Let's check these bulkheads. We want to be listening for any creaks, moans, groans. I remember this cabin here was just screaming at us because there was a crack all the way through this bulkhead here. How does it feel to have watched it and
Nah, it makes you feel
because you were
good.
so excited about doing it and then you couldn't be there?
Yeah, no, it feels really good, and then the bit there that says Jamie 465 is pretty good.
So this is what I wanted to do for him. This is no longer a Lagoon 450, it's now a Jamie 465.
I'm not really good man with words. Nah, Phil.
Oh, come on, man. Didn't you hear?
Yeah,
How many people get a fucking boat named after them?
nah, it's very special. Nah, it makes me feel very appreciated. I was unfortunately not being able to be there, but I was turned up a week later. It's just as good now to meet it out in San Blas. Yeah, it's very good, and the last 2 weeks has been epic. We've just been cruising around, just having a good time, really.
Only this man here and me know what it took to fix those bulkheads, and it was stressful. And we had haters, we had Lagoon owners thinking that we were just trying to jeopardize everyone's boat prices. It was torture, and he knows, and that's why this boat's named after him, because he went through it with me. So it's
Yeah.
fucking...
Nah, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, though. Fuck, I can't. You need to get me in a moment.
Is this not the moment right here?
Yeah, but everyone's looking and listening and watching. Oh, it was pretty good, eh? I feel real privileged.
Right now, I'm just over the moon.
I'm just trying to stay humble.
So we've just gone to leave, and the windlass has failed again. So we're gonna have to pull the anchor up by hand. It's the Still got about 60 feet of chain out. Plus, I've only got one engine, so I'm constantly turning this way, so it's going to be pulling on the chain that way. Not an ideal situation. Oh my god. Let it go. I let it go. Oh my god.
We're gonna have to go back to Linton now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Got good sunlight today, so we can see the reefs quite clearly, so we're just doing a bit of eyeball navigation. We're trying to let out as little chain as possible because we got to pick it up at 4 or 6 in the morning.
With no windlass and only one engine, it was time to head back to Linton Bay. But as we wanted to arrive in the daytime, we decided to leave at 6 a.m.
Morning.
What's going on, mate?
Back to Linton.
Just before 6 in the morning. There's about 3 meters of swell out there, but it's going to be behind us, so it's going to be... What? Oh, cool.
Do you want me to go up?
Yeah.
We have a windlass for now.
I'm so happy this thing is working. I didn't expect it. It's gonna be good.
The sail to Linton Bay went super smoothly, and we even caught a nice fish on our way there.
Oh, matey, gaff.
Bring it. Too late now, mate, too late.
Wow.
We're nearly there. Then we're going to put Jamie in the dinghy, and he's going to tow the starboard side, because I got absolutely no control. I can't turn to port at all with only one engine. There's 15 knots of wind out here. It just doesn't feel like it because we're going with it right now. So once we spin around, if the wind catches my bow, it can slam us into the dock or slam us into a reef. There's a reef right next to where we need to go, unfortunately. So, a little bit nervous, but we'll get it done. We average 7.3 knots this trip. Back to Linton Bay.
Good.
Yeah. Linton Bay Marina, this is Parlay, do you copy? Jamie, I'm going to turn to port. Okay, I'm going to turn to port. He's pointing on that end, he's saying. I'm going to start spinning.
I got a running fender.
Beautiful. Keep you off.
You made it. A little bit, yeah, that's perfect. Get a couple of spring lines on. What we've just done basically has been a sea trial, a shakedown. It's been almost a month, just under a month that we've been out there. We've had good wind every single day. We've been sailing almost every second day, every third day we'll be sailing somewhere. So I've got a really good idea of what the boat's like now, and I couldn't be happier. The boat is so much faster because of the sugar scoops. It's incredible how much of a difference that 1.5 foot has made to the performance of this boat. We just sailed from San Blas to here. It was 42 miles and our average speed was 7.3 knots. I honestly couldn't be happier. When we were in swells, it was a 2.5 meter swell. It was coming with us today, but the boat was definitely rolling around, and it just feels so damn solid. This whole bulkhead here that we've rebuilt is just holding this boat in one shape, so much more rigid. So in terms of my review of the sugar scoop extension and the bulkhead rebuild, I honestly don't think it could be any better.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. It's honestly blown me away how much of a difference that those sugar scoops have made. It's a lot more comfortable feeling now. I guess it's keeping the stern up a little bit more. We're not sort of like hogging down in the stern anymore. It was 4 weeks work basically, two weeks each side. We did a proper non-skid and stuff, which took a lot more time, but the results are incredible. That's my review of the sugar scoop extensions. How was San Blas?
No, it was really good. No, it was really good. All the crew was good.
It was awesome. So pretty. So much fun. It was, yeah, incredible.
First things first, we're gonna go to the bar, have a burger and a beer.
How are you?
Hello.
Cheers, everybody.
Oh yeah, is there going to be a party tonight?
So, the two Danish girls are leaving us.
So sad.
What did you think of San Blas?
That was
Amazing.
Pretty
yeah,
nice.
Loved it. So glad I had to experience it with you.
Yeah, and
What
on a
was
boat,
the-
like on a boat, it's
So much
another
better.
level.
Yeah.
So, would you recommend doing this to someone who wants to go sailing?
100%.
Only,
No doubt.
We can only recommend it.
What's the hardest part about living on a boat?
The hardest part?
Yeah.
The dishes.
No, the hardest part is to leave, actually.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you girls have been amazing.
You too.
Hopefully we see you in Bacchus.
Yay!
Sure.
So sadly our time in San Blas Islands had come to an end, and we had quite a lot of boat work to do before heading off on our next adventure, which was to sail to Bocas del Toro and then head through the infamous Panama Canal.